Welcome, everybody, to our new series of Fireside Chats. And I'm delighted to be joined by Mike Ettling. Mike is the CEO of Unit4. Mike, it's a pleasure to have you with us today. Thank you very much for being here.
Hi, Thomas. It's great to be here. Thank you.
And Mike, I also know Unit4's been through an important transformation over the last 5 to 7 years, really. It's been through a very important transition from a perpetual license model to a subscription SaaS model. What do you see as the biggest mistake that software executives and leaders make in this type of transition from perpetual to SaaS?
This is a fascinating topic. And I think there's really two aspects to the mistake people make. One is there's a big difference between becoming a cloud company and transitioning to SaaS revenue. The one is an accounting problem, the other is a true transformational problem. And most organizations think that becoming a cloud company is transitioning to create subscription revenue. It's not. And the big mistake I think people make in that journey is around talent. You have to build a team, you have to hire talent for where you're trying to go, not have talent from where you're coming. And the reality is you have to seed the organization with talent which has been there and done that, because it just makes the journey faster and easier and simpler. And I think that's the biggest learning I've had around how you drive this transformation.
Yeah, that's very interesting. And maybe could you be a bit more specific on what are things you've done, for example, at Unit4 to manage this?
There's a few fundamental things which are really different in how you run a cloud company to a software company. The first one I'd say is community. In the cloud world, you have communities and you very actively engaging your community. You want your customers to tell you what they think. You want them to talk to each other and help each other. So one of the key things we did was build our community at Unit4, which we call Community for You. And it's now where the source of where we get all our product ideas. We allow customers to interact with each other. And it's a massive source of enabling us to deflect support. So customers are helping each other before they even raise a ticket for us to help them. The second one is around the concept of customer success. In the on-premise world, there's a mentality of sell the software, ship the CD, and the job's done. And it really becomes the partner or the SI or professional services role to drive success. And then interestingly, so success is defined as when you go live. And then you go live and everyone forgets about it for 5 years. And then the customer comes along and says, why am I on such old software? And you're holding me back and the world is moving on. In the cloud world, I have this mantra which says the project starts when the software goes live. And it's all about getting the customer as live as quickly as possible, because you want to get them on this train of innovation. In the cloud world, you're delivering innovation quarterly, weekly, much more rapidly. And it's all about getting customers to that point where they're on the train, and then how do they consume innovation? So it's a very different mindset.
Thanks, Mike. And maybe last question for me on this topic. What would be your advice to a CEO that is still in the relatively early innings of this transition?
3 words: product, product, product. You have to make sure you get the right product. Do not underinvest in the product aspect of the transformation. Get that right. Work with your investor to, there is no magic recipe. You're going to take a hit in profit. As you switch the model financially, it's going to take profits down, but it's going to create a much more stable subscription revenue base. And, just look at the market. $1 of subscription revenue is 10x worth $1 of license revenue in the software world. But you got to have that plan and you got to have that vision, and that vision has got to end up with a true cloud product which can deliver the type of cloud metrics a high-performing cloud software company needs to deliver.
Great ideas and great thoughts and lessons. I really want to thank you for taking the time to share your perspectives with us. This was a really insightful discussion, so thank you.
Thanks, Thomas. It's been great chatting.